What's up everyone, in this video we're going to see how to deploy the site-to-site VPN between the Fortigate firewall and Cisco ASAv. If you've been following along, this is going to be the last deployment. So we're going to start with the Fortigate. So we go to IPsec tunnels and we're going to create a new IPsec tunnel. And we're going to type the name, so it's going to be site to site. Let's see if I get this right. Between site B and site C. And I'm going to select the custom template as it gives me more flexibility, and press on next. And so now we're going to type gateway 3 external IP address, and that's 192.132.54, and it's reachable via port 1 interface. Net reversal we want to disable, and that peer detection on demand. So let's see what else we have here. Going to leave default. Pre-shared key is going to be CCIE 65745, and phase 1 encryption, so we have to select DAS and SHA-1. I'm choosing SHA-1 because ASA on this version only supports SHA-1, so I'm going to remove the other options. And for Diffie Hellman, I'm going to select group 2. Okay, so phase 1, that should do it. Now for phase 2, the subnet is going to be 192.168.20. That's the local subnet for site B, and this is a /24. As for site C, that's 192.168.30, and this is a /24 as well. Now let's take a look at the encryption. Going to be DAS and SHA-1 as well. I'm going to remove the other options, and I want to disable PFS. Everything else is going to be default. Okay, so I'm going to click OK and OK here. I just want to double check that everything is the way it is supposed to. So that's external IP address of gateway C, reachable via port 1. Phase 1 proposal, the SHA-1 Diffie Hellman group 2. For phase 2, my local address is 20.24 and remote is 30.24. So let me look at the proposal. Advanced, so there's SHA-1. Okay, everything is okay. So now let's create the static route to site C network. So that's going to be 192.168.30/24, and the gateway address is going to be 192.132.54, reachable via VPN tunnel. So that's going to be B to C, and press OK. And now we have to create the black hole, and it's going to be 192.168.30.45.45.45.0, and that's going to be black hole. Okay, that's done. Now let's create the policy. So we're going to create the first rule for inbound direction, and that's going to be site to site between site B and site C inbound. I'm going to copy this for reference, and the incoming interface will be VPN tunnel. Outgoing will be port 2, so that's my local interface, and the source will be going to create this object now. So that will be 192.168.30. So this is just the object, and here you get to type the subnet 192.168.3.0, and that's going to be a 24 mask, and press OK. Now we're going to add this object, and for destination it's going to be my local subnet 192.168.2.0, and service will be for all services. Now we want to disable NAT on this rule, and in case things go wrong, we want to enable logging for all stations, and we want to enable this policy. Everything looks okay. Let's just double check. So that's inbound rule coming from the VPN interface to my local interface, sourcing from remote subnet, destined to my local subnet. Schedule always, search always, NAT is disabled, and everything looks okay. So now let's create this rule, and now we have to create the outbound rule. So it's going to be the reverse direction for this rule, and I believe it's this one. So let's edit, and all I have to edit the name outbound, so sourcing from my port 2 destined to VPN interface, sourcing from my subnet 20 destined to 30, and NAT is disabled. So let's enable logging, remove this comment, and enable this policy. So from Fortigate, it looks like everything is done. We created the VPN tunnel, we added the state routes, and created the policy. So now let's jump over ASA and begin the configuration. Okay, so it's going to be config terminal. So let's begin with phase 1, and that's going to be Cryptom IKv1. So I already have this enabled outside, and I'm just going to create another sequence number. So for authentication, that's going to be pre-share, and the encryption will be DAS. As for hash, is going to be SHA. As you can see, it only supports SHA-1 and MD5, so we're going to select SHA. And group, you can see that we have 1257, so we're going to select 2. Okay, and tunnel group will be 192.122.54, and that's going to be type IPsec site to site. Now the tunnel group for 192.122.54 and the IPsec attributes, so it's going to be IKv1 pre-shared key CCIE 6545. Okay, and if we look at access list we currently have, we have to create another one to allow the communication between subnet 3 to subnet 2. So access list 101 extended permit IP, and actually I don't have this object created yet, so I'm going to do it right now. So that's going to be object network 192.168.20.24, and subnet will be 192.168.20, and the mask 24. Okay, so now I can create the access list 101 extended permit IP, and between the objects, so local object is 192.168.30, and be destined to object 192.168.20. So this is done. Now this is my interest traffic, and now I have to create a no NAT rule. We take a look at the current NAT rule we have. So it's going to be similar to this one, so from inside to outside interface, and the source is going to be static, and the from 192.168.2.0.24. Don't translate, keep it keep the original, and the destination is going to be static, and that's 192.168.2.0. I get to write this correctly. So 192.168.2.0 as well, and we want to add no prox arp and route lookup. Okay, let's just confirm that everything's okay. 3030 220. Okay, so now let's create a transform set. So that's going to be crypto IPsec IPv1 transform set. So it's going to be site to site between site C and site B. Okay, and that's going to be ESP, I believe S, and we want to use SHA HMAC because we're using SHA-1 on the other side. Now let's create the crypto map, and we're going to name it crypto map between site C and site B, and going to create another sequence number for this, and we're going to match the access list 101 we just created, and we're going to set the peer to gateway B, and that's 192.1.2.254, and we're going to set the crypto set to transform set site to site, site C, site B, and we have to assign this crypto map to outside interface. So interface outside. Let's confirm that everything is okay. And we have here, so we matching the our interest traffic, our ACL, the peer transform set, and this is applied on outside interface. Okay, that's awesome. So now let's see, R7 is available. So let's try to initiate traffic from Linux machine on site 2. So let me log in and let's try to telnet to 192.168.3.7, and we are inside R7. Okay, and we can see that we should be arriving with our local address, and that's 192.168.2 something, and this is 25. That's awesome. And we can confirm this as well on ASA side. So if we look at phase 2, that should be crypto IPsec ASA, and we can see packets being encapsulated and decapsulated between these networks, between 3.0 and 2.0. So that's it, guys. Deploying site to site VPN between Fortigate and Cisco ASAv. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.